1, 2, 3, SCA!
So another counter, judo counter. He's going to be going for a throw here, okay? So he's here, he's going to step, hook to throw me, okay? So as he steps and hooks, I turn square to him, just drive him to the mat. It's a very, very effective technique. If I wait until he's in and hooked, I'm too late. I've got time coming in. This relies on me countering what he's going for. Square up to him, and drop him. Said it a few times, judo, we're dancing. We're both dancing, but we both really want to lead. Right? Normally in dancing, the man leads, the woman follows. Okay, we're both trying to be the man, we're both trying to lead. Whoever does a better job of leading is going to get their technique to work. So then the technique we came onto on the ground, we started looking at side mounts. So the first thing is, as he's starting to pass, he's clearing my knee. I don't want to wait till he's settled in. I am immediately going to look for his head with my top hand. I'm looking to get the heel of my hand in underneath the lump here. There's a lump here on the back of his head. I get the heel of my hand in there, bring my elbow high, pull out to a scramble. From here, I could come up and attack. I could go back into a guard position. I could step out and run. I could do whatever I like. Typically, as I start to square in here, he is now going to turn and face me, and we're back into a more traditional guard position. So if he's smart, he's going to square up. If he keeps pushing, that allows me to redirect. So second option, I've missed his head. I go to his bicep. If I go to his shoulder, it's very easy for him to swim and get locked up. So I've missed his head, I go to his bicep. My two hands on his bicep allow me to make space. From here, knee to the inside, foot to the hip, square up. Nice and straightforward. Now, as I've braced him here, if he wants to switch it up, he's going to bring his arm across, try to switch to one of these. That's dangerous. He's going to be in a good position to mount me. So as he brings this across, my hand goes to his armpit, shoots my hips out. From here, I can pull him into me, or more typically, he's going to square up, we're back to our neutral position. Now, worst comes to the worst. I'm asleep on the beach, in my gi. He sneaks up, gets into a tight grip. Very weird situation, but it might just happen, right? Everything else has gone wrong, he's got tight. If he is crazy tight here, all his pressure, pushing down, driving, he's actually going to be pretty easy for me to just reverse it. If he gets super tight chest to chest, he's going to be light on his hips. That's not too much of a worry for me. If, however, he's reasonably tight here, but he's balanced at the hips, this is more of a threat to me and I've got to get out of here. We saw the last couple of weeks a whole bunch of techniques to attack from here. I don't want to stay here. I want to make a frame. So I am going to alternately push down on one arm and up on the other, or I'm going to push up and down on the other here, cutting in. By doing this, I'm going to make space to get my elbow inside and my hand inside. From here, I can make a frame across his face, framing into his face here, and making the space again. From here, again, bring my knees inside, and come back to square. Or, sometimes if I'm here and I've framed away, if this leg's close to me, I'm going to turn onto it, suck it in, come out on top. So just some basic options. The main focal point for me is, if I'm underneath, I want to create space. When he's on top, he's trying to kill the space. Once I create the space, I can work in the space. And the other point we were talking about today is our bodies are made up of a sequence of levers. At the end of the levers are joints. Wrist joint, elbow, shoulder, hips, knees, ankles. Human body's a fun thing. You can only really focus your strength at one end or other of the lever. Try and make your elbow and your shoulder fixed. It's kind of hard. If I grip tight at the wrist and hold here, there's going to be degrees of flexion in the shoulder, a movement in the elbow. If I lock my elbow in, you can peel my hand off quite easily or move me at the shoulder. So the trick is, if I'm trying to escape and something feels really solid, I'm pushing against it and it feels really solid. Instead of trying to overpower where I already know he's strong, I go up a joint or down a joint and look for the weakness. There's going to be a weak link in that fence, so I'm looking for the weak link in the fence, and that's what I'm going to exploit. If he is strong at his shoulders, there will be movement at his hips. If he's strong at his hips, I can move him at the knees or at the shoulders. So that's what I'm constantly doing, feeling where his strength is, going up the chain or down the chain to look for the weak link. And that's how we try and get our escapes. That's how we try and make our space. Thanks for helping me out. Good training.